Hello everyone and welcome to this video on integrating Power BI with other applications. I am Tim Weinzappel and I am doing a number of videos showing how you can integrate Power BI with applications such as SharePoint and Teams and Power Apps and Power Automate. This is episode 5 and this video is all around how you can use Power Automate to refresh your data set automatically without having to either go to the Power BI service and hit refresh, or download the file and then refresh it and republish it. So this hopefully will show give you some capability. The one thing I really like about Power BI and Power Automate is that they integrate so nicely together. Now, this will be the first video because I really think if you're not familiar with Power Automate, this is a great way to get familiar with it. It is one of the easiest things to do with Power BI and Power Automate. I mean, it literally, as I'll show you, it consists of essentially 2 steps and one trigger and 1 step. So I will show that. Then in some upcoming videos, I'm going to show how you can do additional and more complex things, such as I have down here, automatically sending emails to recipients from your Power BI report, updating SharePoint metadata, and then there hopefully will be some others as well. There is just a lot that can be done when you integrate these applications. So let me go ahead and show you a real simple way to refresh your data set. So first, let's go into what is Power Automate. If you're not familiar with it, it is one of the applications that is part of Microsoft's Power Platform. I'm here on Microsoft's page, and you'll see some of the components. You've got Power BI, you have Power Apps, Power Automate, and Power Pages. So what it is, and it says it right here, it's all around automating repetitive tasks. And Power Automate works really nicely with Power BI, and it allows you to pass data from your Power BI report to your Power Automate flow. They says here workflows, that generally people refer to them as flows that you create in there. Let's jump over to it. I'm going to jump over to, this is the Power Automate screen. And we're going to be diving into this. Now, I'm actually gone here. This is, if you go to makepowerautomate.com, it'll take you here. I'm not going to go heavy into all of the ins and outs of this. We're actually going to jump from Power BI into Power Automate, and I will show you that here in just a second. But this gives you a sense of kind of what it is. And later on, when I start working with Power Apps, it's going to be a very familiar look and feel. So again, here it is in Power Automate. This is a standalone. And what we are going to do is, in this first video, is show how you can refresh a Power BI report simply by using Power BI. So let's jump over to Power BI and I will show you a really quick and easy example. So I've moved over to a Power BI report. Now this is published, so this is, I'm actually looking at it as if it was an official report. And let's say I'm looking at this and I'm the project manager for this project number 3. And it is showing past due. Let's say I've completed it now. So what I want to do now is I go into the underlying data source. And in this case, it's just a simple SharePoint list, but this could be any of your data sources, Excel, CSV files, other data sources that you have. So let's say I go here and I go ahead and I make this from past due. Let me update this to complete. Change that to complete. And because I'm doing an import and not a direct connection with this report, it is not going to be obviously showing up with the new data until this is refreshed. So I could certainly go here and schedule a refresh. I could go into my, the Power BI service here and manually refresh the report. Or, if I have to download this to my desktop and then refresh it and publish it. Again, it requires a few extra steps. And maybe I don't even have the access to do all that. And, I just want a simpler way to be able to refresh that. So what I'm going to do now is actually add in a Power Automate button that will just trigger the refresh for me. So let's jump over to the desktop and I'll just show you how easy it is to do that. So I've opened up the report in my Power BI desktop, and The visual to add in a Power Automate button is just a standard visual. So if you head over here to the visualization pane, you'll see it here. You'll see Power Automate. Right next to it is the Power Apps. So I'm going to go ahead and undo this. Now, when you click on it, it's going to actually give you some simple instructions. It will talk about adding your data. You set up your flows, and then you can format, resize this button. So whatever the size of this is will end up being the button. So we will be resizing that. Now, add data. It'll say here to drag your fields. And what you'll do is you can add in any of your data fields over into here, just like you would any visual. And then what's happening then is all of that data will be passed on to your flow, which can be used, how you see fit. We'll actually have, I'll show some examples of that in a couple of future videos. But for now, I don't really actually need to pass anything because really all I want is a button to refresh the data set. And there's no data that I really have to pass to that. So you can actually in Power Automate leave this blank. You don't need to add anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and resize the button because ultimately this is going to be the size of the button. So let's kind of move that here. And what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to go ahead and hit more options. Now, if I wanted to add fields, I'd add them here. But if you go up here to more options, then go to edit, what it's going to do now is it's actually sending me over to Power Automate just as if I was going to the Power Automate on the web. So, but here I'm actually going to work through it here. Now, one of the things you'll see here is, and I'm going to kind of close this, these panes right here. You're going to see that for me, it's already prompting a few flows that I've already created. So just in case I wanted to go ahead, I can even attach one that I've already created before. I'm not going to do that. I want to go ahead and create a new flow. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to click new, and it'll say, do you want to start from a template or an instant cloud flow? I'm going to choose the instant cloud flow. And now it's going to open up Power Automate. So with Power Automate, the first thing that always appears is what's called the trigger. This is the trigger that starts the flow. Everything after that, these steps, they are called action. So the trigger in this case is when the Power BI button is clicked when the report and someone clicks on it. So nothing else you need to do here. The one thing I am going to mention though is for a lot of steps in Power Automate, I'll touch on it here, but this does become very important in other flows. Is if you click on here, it is going to tell you what connection is being used, so that these connections can become very important. Not going to dive into it right now. We're going to keep this one very simple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into a new step. Now, couple of things. It's going to give me a couple options. One other thing too is I am using one of the older, the original view of Power Automate. If you are starting to use Power Automate now, Microsoft is changing some of the format, so it might look, now in Power BI it's going to look the same, but if you go to the Power Automate site itself, you might have a slightly look and feel. So just be aware of that. So the first thing it's going to do, it's going to ask me for, I need to find a connector. Now there's a whole bunch here. I can go to all, built-in standard. Again, for purposes of this video, I'm going to keep it very simple. What you want to look for is the Power BI connector. So a simple one is if you just search for Power BI, it will pull up the Power BI connector. And if you go ahead and click on it, what it'll do then is it'll filter to all of the actions that are allowed with the Power BI connector. Now, again, there's triggers, which the first one is always a trigger. We're going to ignore that because that is the trigger. These are all of the actions that you can do now with once that button is clicked. And again, I can kind of scroll all the way down. And the simplest one is here called refresh a data set. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And all it needs is two things. What is the workspace and what is the data set? So one thing to be aware of is you make sure you publish your report before you go ahead and do this, just so that the data set is there on the workspace. And then you choose the workspace. I'm going to go ahead and here expand this. Now, this does work both for your own personal workspace, plus if you have, say, group workspaces as well. So in my case, I'm just going to do the data that I have is saved on my workspace. And the data set is called, it is this one right here. And the other thing too, I'm going to always kind of a couple of things to do. Keep in mind, by default, it's going to say untitled. So you want to give it a name. So I'm going to call this episode, I'll call this refresh Power BI report flow. And let's save that. Now, if I was actually using creating flows in regular Power Automate, you can test them. In here, there is no option to test. So if you are familiar with Power Automate and now you're doing it over here for the first time, just be aware there are a couple of nuances, and I'm going to touch on those here in just a second. But you don't see any option for testing. So I have the option to save, and then I have save and apply. So save just saves it. But what you have to remember is you have to hit save and apply because you need to apply this flow to that button. So I'll go ahead and do that. And then it'll give me an indication here in green that it's been saved, and I can do I can either go here or I can go back to the report. So I will go back here, and this is going to be in my flow. And what I'm going to do now is just go back to my report. Now, there it is. It is set up. And if I go ahead and publish this, in fact, I can even test this out by now I'm in desktop. So I'll just like any button, if I hit control and then I push a button, it'll say triggered. And now it is triggering, and it'll trigger the refresh. So I've published the report, and now it is appearing with the button. So let's go ahead and test this. Now, one of the things you'll see here is this is the original data that I looked at, and you'll notice this one here called past due for this project number 3. I went ahead and let me jump over to that. I went ahead and updated it. So now that project is showing complete. And let me go back here and let's run the flow. And what you'll see is if I click on and run the flow, it says triggered. And there it goes. And you can quickly check it. And if I do it fast enough, you'll see here where my cursor is, the semantic model is refreshing. It's now complete. So it has finished. If I go back to that report and I run it, and now there it is, and the data has been refreshed. So real easy to do. It literally was just a couple of steps here in order to set that up. So I hope you found this helpful, and especially if you're new to Power Automate, hopefully this will give you a way to kind of start to get familiar with it. It is very easy to use, especially when you're doing some of these simpler flows. And I'm going to dig into some more complex ones, especially as we pass data between Power BI and Power Automate. So definitely look for those in the near future. So if you like this, again, don't forget to subscribe and also hit that like button. And thank you very much.